Man, that was something. Again, I almost feel like the final score is a little deceptive. Yes. Illinois scored the final 6 points of the game. I mean, to go into Champaign and to win the way they did, Morz Johnson had the revenge on his mind against his former team. He was phenomenal. Adai Mara was phenomenal. You can go down the list. I thought Yaxel Lendborg was unbelievable defensively on Keaton Wagler. I mean, it was just a complete performance. What stood out to you?
What stood out to me was before the game, when you look at Yaxel Lendborg on the floor in pregame with the Morz Johnson jersey on, because that's what leaders do. Leaders take the pressure off of their guys. So I love that to start the game. And then you got to love how Morz Johnson came out there and performed, because there was a lot on that young man's shoulders. He transfers out of Illinois. This was the Illinois Mr. Basketball. He grew up wanting to play in Champaign, and he goes to Michigan, and he had his way in his return back home. 19 points, 11 rebounds. Let those guys have it. Knocked down the three, was a monster on the glass, got out of transition, was big time in ball screen defense. Morz Johnson right now is looking not like just one of the better players in this conference, but he's looking like a guy that could go first round in the next NBA draft. He was big time.
He was phenomenal. I thought his quote afterwards, he said, hey, all the outside noise is nonsense. I don't worry about that. It's hard, though, because it does get personal, and we've seen it. I mean, this is a new era in college sports, and so you see this more often than you would have ever seen it in the past. Players who began their career at one school in the same conference end up playing against them. Again, we just saw it recently with Price Sanford. It's just a hard place to be, and he handled it extremely well. I thought the front line in general for Michigan, and we've talked a lot about, these are both NBA front lines, size-wise, Michigan and Illinois. But Michigan's dwarfed Illinois, maybe not physically, but in terms of production.
Yeah, that's the difference between Michigan and Illinois. And that's what I meant when I was talking about this game coming into it, when everyone was asking, well, Illinois, they have a similar size to Duke. But it's a difference there in the athleticism. You look at Michigan, they're big, they're strong, and they're athletic. So when that basketball goes up, they are attacking that glass with 5 guys every single time. And you look at Illinois, you look at the big twins, Tomislav and Zavamir, they get you 9 points combined and only 4 rebounds. That's just not good enough. You got to embrace the physicality of the game. And Illinois just did not, and Michigan brought the fight right to them. I mean, Adai Mara was big time at the rim, giving them the basketball, letting him make plays on the block. That's what was missing in that Duke game. When Adai Mara goes in that foul trouble in that first half, they were no longer able to drop the ball down low and have someone create. So he was on the go. Yaxel was all around just a money guy. Yaxel was probably one of the better glue guys that I have ever seen in college basketball. And a lot of guys kind of got confused by the word glue guy when I mentioned it. But when you think about it, he guards every possession. He guards every position on the floor. You don't have to run plays for him offensively for him to go be aggressive on that end of the floor. He makes good shots. He's a leader on the floor. And then when the game gets tight, when the crowd gets loud, he's the guy out there to bring everyone together and say, we need to do X, Y, and Z for the next 3-4 minutes and get this thing turned around. That dude looked like the player of the year the other night.
He really did a nice job on Keaton Wagler. They were so physical with him, and Lendborg was kind of leading the way on that. It was interesting. Dusty May made, I think, a great point that just highlights the versatility of Lendborg after the game. He said, this is a guy who at UAB a year ago was often guarding the 5, and he's guarding the 1.
It's crazy. And he's doing it successfully.
Yeah.
And you look at how they're doing it on the ball screen. It's not even just Yaxel Lendborg. Yaxel Lendborg's on Keaton Wagler. They bring a ball screen, and it's Morz Johnson. They switch it. Morz Johnson does a beautiful job of keeping the basketball in front. They bring another ball screen. It's LJ Cason. They switch it, and now you have your point guard on their point guard. You get a turnover, and now Michigan's off in transition. That's what makes this Michigan team so special. It's their defense. It's their superpower, the way they guard you with that length, with that tenacity, with that pressure. And then when you break the initial pressure, you get to the basket, you got to deal with Adai Mara, one of the better shot blockers in the country. This team is stout. You go on the road, you face one of the better offenses in the country. You only make 8 threes, but you score 84 points and you win by 14, 15 points. That's the game. When the shots are going in for Michigan, they find other ways to still beat you.
I want to move on to the LJ Cason news in a second, but I want to ask you about Illinois. They've lost 4 of 6 now. And it's really no great secret as to what's going on here. And we've talked about it. This is not only the best offense in the country. If you go by Ken Pom and those efficiency numbers, it's the best offense in recent memory in college basketball, but 58th in the nation in defensive efficiency in that stretch of the last 6 games. What's going on here? Do they guard well enough to be a team that cuts down the nets in April?
At times they guard well enough, but when you look at it for a full 40-minute game, they don't. And it's not even just them not wanting to, they just don't have the personnel. At times, they are just too big and too slow. And then when they go with their defensive lineup, they can't score the basketball. You think about Kylan Boswell being back into this lineup, the offense has slowed down a little bit. Andre Stojakovic back in the lineup, the offense has slowed down, and Keem Wagler has slowed down because he doesn't have the same space on the floor. You think of that game at Purdue, at Mackey Arena, Keem Wagler, top of the key, you got ball screen after ball screen because you have shooters in both corners and the floor is space, and you have Keem Wagler being able to go create. Now, you can help off Kylan Boswell, you can help off Andre Stojakovic, you're not getting those same minutes from Jake Davis and Ben Rickhouse. So something has to give with the Illini. Either you commit to being an offensive juggernaut, score 90 to 100 points every single night, or you play with that rotation. You try to stop guys. If I'm in that locker room, I try to outscore guys. I don't think they have the personnel to be a great defensive team.
Interesting. They are fabulous offensively, and I have watched them at times this year and thought this could be a national championship team. But certainly you make great points. And again, the evidence is there this last half dozen games. Brad Underwood is as good as anyone at adjusting on the fly and changing the way that he plays during the course of the year. And with a team as talented as this, he's not just going to sit there and say, well, this is what it is. He will continue to tinker with it. I did mention L.J. Cason. You were talking about him and how good he's been lately. Really devastating news for Michigan as they announced over the weekend that Cason's out for the year, an ACL injury, which, as we know, that could be a year to recover. It's really going to put next season in jeopardy for him as well. So I think the initial thought is, man, I just feel terrible for him. Just terrible because he was playing so well, and you've got a team that has a chance to be the number one overall seed in the NCAA tournament. You don't get to be a part of it. That's just got to hurt. So that almost is unsaid, but I wanted to say it.
Right.
But in terms of what it means for them, how tough is this for Michigan to absorb and overcome?
I feel terrible for L.J. Cason. I'm getting goosebumps when you talk about it. A guy that's put himself in the position to be one of the better off-the-bench players in the country and be one of the better guards going into March. But you look at Michigan as a whole, he's still their backup point guard. So I don't want to get too crazy. I don't know if it's as catastrophic as everyone around the program is making it feel, because you look at that bench, you still got Trey McKinney right there. And Trey McKinney, L.J. Cason, either one of them will be the best guard coming off the bench in this conference. So Trey McKinney, he can get some help at that point guard position. You still have Roddy Gale. He can get some help there. But you look at Elliot Cadeau, he's playing 25 minutes a game because Coach has it that way. Elliot Cadeau is a guy that can play 25, 30 minutes a contest.